What's up, YouTube? I'm about to do an oil change on the Highlander. This is a '08, and it just so happens that I hit my 1 millionth views on YouTube, and my very first video that I posted was of an oil change of this very same vehicle. Now, I get a lot of views, but not a lot of subscription. So I'm just asking if you guys like the videos, if you're using the videos, getting the job done, if it's making it easier for you to get your job done, just do me a favor, just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, but most of all, just hit that subscribe button, because it's kind of weird, 1 million views but not too many subscription. If at least a quarter of the people subscribe, then that'll be great. And it does take a lot for me to do these videos, a lot of editing. It costs me a lot to do the videos, and I'm not gaining anything from it except passing on knowledge to you guys. So just to encourage, if you look at the video, just go at the bottom right of that video and subscribe. And pretty much these are all the tools you need. You need a drive, a 14mm socket, extension. In this case, you notice I have 2 extensions and I have 2 drives. This 1/2-inch drive is for the tool that takes off the oil filter housing, and if you look at it, you could see it has some notches in it, and you just put it on the housing, and once you turn, it grips in and you're able to take it off. Now that's where this 1/2-inch drive comes in, because this end is 1/2-inch drive, and I have the extension just in case I need it, which actually I do need it, so I have the extension, so that's what that's for. These go together. Under the vehicle, this right here, if you look, you could see this little lip right here on the side, and it should be one on the opposite side. That's where these grooves comes in. So once this goes up, just like that, so when I take the housing off, it get a good hold, and it comes out easy. Then I have to go ahead and remove the drain plug. That's the 14mm. I'll actually take this off first, let it drain in the pan, then I move to the filter housing and I take that off. So now once I have the drain plug cracked loose, I have my oil pan sitting right below it. What to note is when the oil comes out, it's gonna kind of shoot outwards. So I have my pan a little bit forward, so once it gushes out, it'll hit the pan. And a little trick is put a extension on the socket, so once it comes out, you don't get oil all over your hands. So you do like that, and it comes right out, and you can see it's going in the pan. Now I slide my pan back a little bit, and I'll just go ahead and let that drain. Now I gotta take the housing off, but if you look right here is where I would fit my 3/8 extension, but I've done so many oil changes on this that it's worn out. I could still try to take this off, but the thing with this is when you take this off, this piece comes off, and once it comes off, in your oil filter kit you have this, and you hold it just like that, and you stick this end in the hole that's going to be exposed, and what that does, it drains the oil that's in this housing. Once you drain that oil, then you could use the bigger tool to remove the housing. In my case, I'm not going to drain it, I'm just going to remove the housing because this is damaged. So I'm actually going to have to order a new housing with this new cap on it. I'm just gonna go on it like so, and you see my tool, and I'm just gonna remove it. So I went ahead, I cracked it loose, and more than likely I'm gonna have a nice little oil spill. I'm just turning it by hand right now with the extension, and there you go. So this oil change could actually be done without removing that little cap to drain the oil from the housing. Just take the entire housing off, and that's what it looks like when it's off. Now I'll just get some shop towels, clean that up, change the filter, and put the housing back on. Now pretty much that's how it comes off, and you could see the notches. It sits right in that little lip right there, and that's how you take it off. This housing could be replaced, and I am going to replace this one, just not on this oil change, but I am going to replace it because this is all worn out. Now to take the filter out, you just hold it, pull it right out, inspect the housing, make sure no debris, no iron filings are in it. Then I gotta use my trusty pick, take that off. And this comes with 2 O-rings. This smaller one is if I had removed this. There's one in there, but I didn't remove it, so I'm going to leave that. Slide this on. And just make sure it sits in the big groove right here. So that's it. Not in this groove right here. You want it to sit in the bottom one. I'll clean up a little bit. Got my new filter. Doesn't matter which way it goes, just push right in. And this is OEM Toyota filter. That's the part number. Now I'm just gonna get a little bit of the new oil, and just like you would the rubber gasket on your oil filter, I'm just gonna put a little bit on this. Now I'm gonna use the same tool to reinstall it, but I'm not gonna torque it down tight. I'm just gonna hand tight it. Once it goes in snug, then I'll put the tool on it and I'll just snug it up a little bit more, and that's it. It's already prepped. I cleaned the inside. I just go ahead, screw it back in by hand, and it's flush. So I'll put that on. I'll put my drive on the end, and like I said, just one hand grab the drive, like choke up on it, snug it, it'll turn. It's not even moving, so that's it. Put my drain plug back in, and this just snug. This is not super tight. It's 30 foot-pounds actually, so that should be it. Back up top, got my fill plug open. Add my oil, and I'm using a 5-quart jug, so I'm just gonna add all of it. This system takes 6 quarts without a filter change and 6.4 quarts with a filter change. So add my oil, And then I'm just gonna add another 1.5 quart or 1.4 if you really want to measure it like that, but I'll just put like I'll put another quart. Take it off the ramp, start it, let it run for a little bit, shut it off for about maybe 5 minutes, and I'll just add the balance depending on what the dipstick is reading. So I went ahead and added 6 quarts. I have the engine running. I'm at the bottom. I'm checking for leaks. Make sure there are no leaks. That looks good. Check the drain plug. That looks fine. Just gotta spray some degreaser, clean up the excess oil that spilled, and everything looks good. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.